Okay, so we've got our simple score system in place. We get our gems matching up and then they create new matches and stuff like that. But what we want to do is make it so that when you get a second match like that, that's considered a bonus and you can get more score for doing that. So we want to say, hey, you got one match here. When we made a second match, like there, all those extra ones should get an extra bonus. And then if you get a third one, that should get a higher bonus, and a fourth one, and an even higher bonus again. So you want to be able to give players incentive to try and make multiple matches if they possibly can. So let's go back in here. And what we're going to do is on our board script at the very top, we're going to add a couple of variables in. So we're going to say we're going to have a private float, first of all, called bonus multi. And this is going to be how much bonus multiplier we should have. So if you get we're basically going to make it so that when you when it loops back around to do an extra destroy algorithm, then it's going to add to our bonus multiplier. So what we'll then do is say right below that, how much bonus do we want to give our players? So what I'm going to do is say public float bonus amount equals 0.5. So basically we're going to say we're going to add on half the value of something as a bonus when we get a new match. So how is this going to work? Well, what makes us loop back around and do an extra series of destroying matches? If we go down to our fill board coroutine, which is down here, remember we get to this point after we've destroyed a bunch of matches, so we've earned a whole lot of points at this stage. Then we refill the board, we find more matches, and if there are more matches, we start the destroying process again. So right before we start this destroying process again, we're going to say that our bonus multiplier should add 1. So we're going to say bonus multi plus plus. So it'll start at 0. Then when we add 1 to it, it'll be, oh, now we've got a bonus multiplier of 1. So we're going to add that onto our score, and we'll do that down below in a moment. And then say it loops around again, we'll have a bonus multiplier of 2, that's obviously great. But then let's say it doesn't find any more matches. So once it gets to this point here, where it's resetting, or it's allowing the player to start making new matches again, at that point we're going to say reset our bonus multiplier back to be 0. Okay, so that's fine. We have our bonus multiplier. Let's go down to where we're actually applying our score down here. And what we're going to do is we're going to first of all check if we have a bonus multiplier. So if bonus multi is greater than 0, well, if that's true, then the amount we want to add as a bonus is going to be, we're going to create a float value called bonus to add, and that's going to be equal to whatever our current gem that we're adding, whatever that gem to check value is. So we're going to say gem to check dot score value, so whatever score value is, so let's say by default that's going to be 10. We're going to multiply that by our bonus multiplier. So this can be either 1, 2, 3, whatever. So let's say we currently have a bonus multiplier of 2. So we'll take our score value, going to multiply that by our multiplier, so that'll become 20. And I'm going to multiply that by our bonus amount, which is 0.5. So we're saying we're getting half the value as a multiplier. So that'll be 20 multiplied by 2, 10 multiplied by 2, which is 20, multiplied by our half, so that'll be 10. So say if your multiplier was 3, then you'd be getting a value of 30, obviously, multiplied by half, so it'll be 15. And if it was a multiplier of just 1, you're basically adding on 5 for each one. So we're just saying, hey, this is the bonus that we're going to add on, and we're just going to add this extra bonus onto our current score. So we'll say our round manager dot current score plus equals, and we can't just say plus equals bonus to add, because this is a float value. Because we're multiplying it by a half, we need to make it a float, but we can convert it back to an int, which will basically just chop off any decimal places that are left over by just saying mathf dot round to int. So now we've got a nice round value, which is an int, and we can send that out to the current score. So let's save this and let's see if we can check this in action. Let this compile. go back in here, and once that's done, we can go ahead and play. And let's see if we can make a match that will make another one. If I do this, oh, that blue one won't do anything. Let's try this one here. So we match that. Nope, we don't get another match. That would be too handy. Oh, if I do this yellow one, that'll create a match. So we'll add this. That should get us 60, and then one more match will get us much higher. There we go. We got up to 105 because of the second match. So our multiplier system is working nicely, and we're able to quickly rack up extra points by creating more matches in our game. So perfect. It's a handy little system, and it makes it a little bit more fun, a little bit more of an incentive for your players to try and get more matches in a row if they possibly can.